We will start off with the 12th chapter, Money, Economics, Standard 12th. What do you mean by the term money, or where you can use money? We know today that you cannot have anything, you cannot purchase anything. You have all the desires of yours will be satisfied only with the help of money. Whenever you go out to buy something, you want to have something, you need to have money for that, right? We have an old saying that there's nothing free in the modernized society. For every petty thing you need to pay, you have to pay, and you need money in order to make the payment and acquire the thing that you required. And it's also said that money is the root of all evil. There are many fights for that. There are killings, harassment, and all sorts of bad doings around us, and that's all because of money. Lack of money is also evil. There are two contradictory statements by two great personalities of our times, that money is the root cause of all evil and lack of money is all evil. So you have both the things. You have money, that is bad. You don't have money, that is bad. You know, in the earlier times, we never used to have the money system, or I can say that whenever you used to go and buy something, it was like you gave something in good and you got something in good in return. Alright? So that was known as the barter system. Barter means exchange of commodities. You never had money. I am producing, suppose, wheat, and some other person is producing rice. Now when I'm going to sell the wheat that I have produced in the market, I will not be getting money for that. I will be getting rice. I will take rice. That person will say, okay, you give me 1 kg wheat, I'll give you 1 kg rice. So that was the system that was prior to the introduction of money in the market, and that was the barter system or the exchange system. You know, but whatever you had under the barter system was not running well, and they thought of introduction of this money. You had the gold coins, then you had the steel coins, you have the paper money now, right? So today you have studying about the paper money. Now you have the debits and the credit cards that you see. So there were certain limitations of the barter money. See, money is good because if you don't have money, you will not be able to buy even the smallest thing when you move out. But then again, money is the root cause of all evils. So it has all the good and the bad sides of it. But money had to be there because the barter system was not working. Why the barter system was not working? Because it was running down, or it was suffering from certain limitations. Let's study the limitations of barter system. What was the barter system and what are the limitations of that barter system? Your first is absence of double coincidence of wants. You know what does this point means? Very easy. See, if you have example I gave you that I will sell wheat, I will give wheat and I will take rice instead. Now what will happen? If I am giving wheat to the person who wants the wheat, but I should get something in return from him also, and he's only selling rice which I don't want, then how will the barter system work? So that is the limitation of the barter system, that it will provide you only, or you will be giving your goods only if you want the same goods from the other person. If I am giving wheat and I want rice, then only the barter system will work. But what if I am giving wheat and I don't want rice, but that particular person who's taking wheat from me is selling rice only? Right? So then that barter system won't work. Next is absence of common measure of value. Absence of common measure of value, which means it's not your quantity and quality may differ. You are giving 1 kg of wheat, right, of very superior quality. You are giving 1 kg of wheat of very superior quality, but the person who is giving rice, he may be giving 1 kg of rice, but the quality may not be very good. So in that case, measure of value, that is quantity, quality, that may suffer, right? So that is another limitation of the barter system. Next is problem of subdivision. Alright, problem of subdivision is in barter system, goods have to be exchanged for goods and services. There are subdivision in smaller purchases. You have you are giving, suppose you are giving 2 bags of wheat. Now that person says your 2 bags will be equivalent to my 4 bags. So again the subdivision may create a problem. You are selling milk, the other person is giving you rice. How will you have the subdivisions? He says he'll give 2 bags of rice. Now how you will give the milk? How you will subdivide it? So there is a problem of subdivision, which becomes a limitation of the barter. Next is problem of storage. Problem of storage is barter exchange was also limited due to the problem of storing. This is the most in commodities exchange in agriculture, rice, wheat, etc. Such commodities cannot be stored for years because of the perishable nature. You cannot store how much you will sell and how much you will take from the other person, because what? Because you cannot store the things. Whenever you want, you can take it, but if you want to store it for long, then that becomes a problem. Next, absence of common medium of exchange. Absence of common medium of exchange. You should have the common medium of exchange. You are giving sugar, somebody else is giving cloth. So medium of exchange is not the same. The units are not the same. You are giving meat, the other person is ready to give you what? Suppose milk. Then the medium of exchange does not work. Next is problem of direct contact. Direct contact is required only when you are going to the market, the other person is coming to the market, sitting down and selling the goods. But what happens when you are sitting at a place, you want to sell the goods and the person is sitting, you have long distances, or it can be possible only in the local markets. Regional, national, international markets, it is not possible. So problem of you should have direct contact, but the direct contact is not always feasible and possible. Next is you have problem of surplus. If I am having a surplus, I am giving it to you. I may not have the surplus sometimes, but I want the goods from you. Then how will the exchange take place, or how is it possible to get the goods exchanged? Then you may have other limitations of problem of calculations, right? Problem of transferring wealth from one person to another. Then uniformity, standards of quality. Again we have mentioned that quality may not be the same, right? So these were the limitations of the barter system. Next thing that we will study is different types of money. Types of money you have. The money evolved in different forms. In olden days, commodity money was used, and now people mostly use currency notes and coins and bank money. Let us first see what was the commodity money. You know, commodity money is basically when you are exchanging goods and you are giving it for something high. If I say I want something from your end, okay, you don't have, I want something from you, like if I want to buy, if you are producing rice, I want to take rice from you. But the problem is that what I will give you, I am producing nothing in return. So what I'll give you something prestigious. I'll give you some animal skin that is worth it. I'll give you some other perishable goods. So that is a commodity money basically, right? So it includes, you have the animal skins, food grains, cattle, etc. That was known as the commodity money. You are giving commodity in the form of money. So that is why it is known as the commodity money. Next is metallic money. You have metallic money. See, to overcome the limitations of commodity money, metallic coins were introduced. So now metallic money means you had coins. Those were the metal coins that were introduced. Metallic coins of gold, silver, copper, etc. were accepted as a medium of exchange. See, you must be watching old serials which show that you have gold coins, you are giving it to persons who have done some extraordinary task. You have gold coins, silver and other copper coins that were used in the form of metallic money. But metallic money, you know, there were certain advantages. They were durable, I mean they could be stored, and it can be divided in parts. I'll give you 1 coin, 2 coin, 3 coin, it can be stored. That was another advantage. Then it is generally accepted by everyone at all places. So metallic coins has many advantages. You can store the metallic coins. You cannot store the commodity money. You can store the metal coins. Then you can transfer it from one person to other. You can count it, you can divide it, and you can use it the way you want, and it is acceptable also in all parts of the world. Then you have types of metallic also. You have full bodied or standard, and you have token coins, right? So full bodied or standard coins, in standard coins the face value of coin is equal to the value of metal content of which it is made. See, full bodied or standard coins means if you say this is rupees 5 coin, then the weight will be 5 grams or 5 kg or 5 whatever. The units will be the same. You getting me? It's like you have standard or full bodied coins means the weight of the coin and the number that is printed on it is the same. If you say this is 1 rupee coin means it is 1 gram coin, 2 rupee coin means it is 2 gram coin. So that will be the same. Token coins, the face value is greater than the value of the metal. If it is 10, you see the 10 rupee coin today, is that of the same value? No. As the weight? No. The face value of the coin is greater than the weight of the coin, but here they are the same. The face value is equal to the weight of the coin, and here the face value is greater than the weight. That is the difference between full bodied coin and you have token coins. So that is another type of money, metallic money, which has 2 parts. Next you have is paper money. You had commodity, you were finding certain difficulties, so you introduced, what was introduced? The metallic coins. Then you had the gold coin, silver coin, copper coin that was used, right? Then you know what we had? We had certain problems with metallic coins, so we had come with the concept of paper money. So what was the difficulty was that would lead to, there was a demand of money increase because people were now holding money. They want to spend the money, buy things. But what was happening? The supply of the coins were falling short. Though metals such as gold, silver were in short supply, also it was difficult to carry the metal coins. When you see your bags, you carry something, travel from one place to another. See, do you wish to carry coins? Less of coins and more of paper money. Also, it was difficult to count them, especially for large transactions. Therefore, paper money came into existence. Right? So you have paper money. It is lighter. It is cheaper to print also. See, advantages of paper money. It is light in weight. Alright, and it is very cheap to print the paper money. Then it reduces the burden of counting. You can easily count it. Denominations is easily. You can easily carry the paper money. That is the advantages of paper money. You have 3 types of paper money, right? You have, first you have representative paper money. Then you have convertible paper money. And thirdly you have inconvertible paper money. So first we will study what is representative paper money. The representative paper currency notes are backed by 100% metallic reserves, that is gold and silver, with the central bank. See, representative paper money means the currency notes are backed by 100% metallic reserves. That is, metallic reserves you have in the representative, they are backed by 100% metallic, that is gold and silver, with the central bank. That is the representative money. The currency notes or the paper have been backed up by the silver and gold plating that is done by the central bank. Then you have the convertible paper money. It is that money which can be converted into the standard money on demand. The money is normally backed by silver or gold reserves. Therefore, it can be convertible into gold or silver. Nowadays, convertible paper money is not in use. What you used to do, you could convert this money easily into gold and silver. So that was the case. That's with the help of the central bank for sure. So which can be into standard money on demand. So the money is normally backed by gold or silver reserves, right? But now this is not in use anymore. Then you have inconvertible, that is also known as the fiat money. that is they are sanctioned by the command of government. This money is not backed by gold or silver reserves, therefore it cannot be converted into gold or silver. Nowadays inconvertible paper money is in use in almost all countries. It is not that you submit that much of money and you will get gold and silvers for it. That was only in the case of convertible paper money, which is not in use. But in convertible paper money, it is not backed up by any gold or silver reserves, and in almost all the countries this type of currency is in use. Next type of money that you have is bank or credit money. You have bank and credit money. It's also known as the credit money. See, it gained popularity in the 19th century. Earlier the people were not aware what is bank and credit money. It gained its popularity, or it gained its name in the 19th century. It means during earlier times banks were receiving deposits and lending money in the form of currency, notes and coins. Later on they started to issue bank money, that is the bank draft, checks, bills of exchange. The bank money is the backbone of the modern business nowadays. Bank money has become very popular even with the non-business persons. It had all the advantages of paper money and it has done away with the disadvantages of paper money. See, you have the bank or the credit money, which means you had transactions. Earlier what you used to do is you had deposits you were making or lendings that you were taking from the bank. It was in the form of currency, notes or coins, right? But when you talk of the bank and the credit money, you say that bank and the credit money is when you are taking the help of the bank with the help of the props that are provided by them, that is the bank drafts, checkbooks and bills of exchange. These are some of the instruments that the bank has provided, and you are taking the help of these instruments and clearing out your transactions with the bank. So that is the bank and the credit money. See, earlier you had coins, then you deposited the coins, took out coins, then you never had any credit transaction, you always believed in the cash transactions. So now you had started with the cash credit transactions also, because bank had come up with the another funda of bills of exchange, right? So banks are helping their people not to carry money but to use the bank and the credit money. Alright, so modern business, it's earlier the bills of exchange, the checkbooks, the bank drafts were only they were only used by the people who were business classed. But now today you see it is the non-business class also who is following the trend of using the bank and the credit money. Next is credit cards. See, you have the debit cards, or you have the ATM cards. You carry that card with you anywhere. Either you use the ATM or they have the swipe machines. You can take the goods and get the card swiped, and simultaneously your money will be debited from your account. So that is the idea of debit cards. Credit cards are basically, you have issued the card is in your name, that bears a particular number that is only yours, that is a unique number that's only yours, and you can buy goods and services with the help of those cards, and later dates the payments are made from your accounts. So that was the funda of credit cards. Now you need not carry the coins, you need not carry the paper money, you have just to keep one card that is issued by any of the private banks in your name, and you are able to use those cards to make the payment for the goods and services that you are availing. Next is meaning and definition of money. Money is the measure of value and the medium of exchange. It came into existence due to the problem of the barter system. We know the barter system was not working, or barter system had more of the limitations than the advantages, so came in the money system. Money includes any means that can be used as a measure of value and the medium of exchange. It is metallic money, paper money, bank money, credit, debit cards that we have all studied. That is all included under money. We'll do any definition by any renowned economist. According to Dennis Robertson, money is anything which is widely accepted in the payment for goods or in discharge of other kinds of business obligations. There are many definitions given by the people and you can have any but definition taken up by you, and you could use it in the exams. Important definition is given by Francis Walker. Money is what money does. What do you mean by money? You mean money. By money you mean what money is doing. What money is doing? Money is doing certain functions, performing certain functions. That is the definition of money. So money is what money is doing. Next is functions of money. You have primary functions, secondary functions and contingent functions. Two primary functions: medium of exchange and measure of value. Medium of exchange means you are exchanging the goods and services with the help of money. That acts as a medium. When it was the default of the barter system, limitations of the barter system or non-functionability of the barter system that helped the money system come into function. So medium of exchange. The money becomes the medium of exchange. You are exchanging goods and services with the help of money. The primary function means it is a medium of exchange. Other primary function is measure of value. You are measuring the value, or you are measuring the goods and services with the help of money. You will see you are buying 10 kgs, that means it should cost this much. So you have a standard value for everything. When you are purchasing something, you have a standard value for that product which is measured in the terms of money. So that becomes a measure of value, or that becomes a standard mark of the products that you are buying. Next that you will study is the secondary functions. Under secondary functions there are three functions basically which are measured. First is store of value. You know, they were perishable of nature. They were of perishable nature. You cannot store the goods for long, but there was no other choice because you had to exchange the goods. In order to have goods for yourself, you have to give your own goods. But that you had to think that how much commodity you are giving, how much quantity you are giving, because it was the difficulty of the storage system, and you cannot take in or give more of the commodity because it will get destroyed. So, but if we talk of the money, that has a storage value. You can store the money, how much you may require, how much it's not perishable in nature, and you may store it for the period you want to. So it has a value. If you're keeping it with yourself, if you are saving your money at your place, if you have saved 15,000, by the end of the month it will remain 15,000 only. But if you have saved or you have stored the same money with the bank or invested in some kind of securities, that 15,000 at least you will get a little higher amount to that 15,000. So money has the storage value also. If you're storing or saving some money, definitely you will get some value for storing or keeping that money aside. Next is standard of deferred payments. You know what is a deferred payment? When you are purchasing the goods now and you are paying it, that is the normal payment that you are making. But when you are purchasing the good and you are not paying it right now, that payment will be known as the deferred payment, which you will be doing or undertaking in the near future. Because with the help of money you are able to make the deferred payments. I mean, you are able to carry on the credit transactions, and if you are selling the goods, if I am selling the goods, I said okay, you take this good, tomorrow I will get the money from you. So in that anticipation I will sell a lot of goods, because I know one day or the other I am going to get the deferred payment. Because of this of this function of money, I will be able to get the payment altogether once. Last is standard of transfer payment. This is one of the most beneficiary of money, that you can transfer it. If you are buying something, see, barter system, what was the disadvantage? You can only have when you have the direct contact, then only the barter system can take place. That is if the local markets. But if you want to buy something from the person who is living far away, barter system would not take shape. But if you talk of the money, transfer payment is very easy, because you have the standard of transfer payment. You can, if you are sitting at home, you can transfer money through internet, you can make money orders. So that is how you can easily transfer the money from one place to the another, and the money has general acceptability. That money is acceptable anywhere and everywhere. So that is the standard of transfer payment. Next is you will do the contingent functions, that is estimation of national income. The income that is generated by selling the goods and services in the market, that is the national income. So with the help of money, you know that particular good, that is the money worth, and that particular good is of ₹20. So you will be able to know with the help of money that how much is the contribution towards the national income from individuals, households, from different sources, right, from business, from services, what is the income contribution. So it is very easily to estimate the national income because you know the money figures. You can weigh in the form of money. You can easily calculate the national income because you know the worth of the money that you have. Next is measure of utility. You know, you can measure the utility in the form that, what is utility? When you are buying something and you see how much it is useful to you or how much satisfaction it is providing you is known as utility. You can measure the utility, like you say you have spent 20 rupees on 20 units, right? So you are measuring your utility. You have gained utility from those 20 units. So your utility is worth ₹20. Alright, but you say that you have just taken 10 units and you have paid 20 rupees, and you will say your utility has costed you 20 rupees. So that is, you are measuring your utility. If I go today and I buy a bottle of Mazda, suppose a cold drink, and that is ₹35. Now I drank that and I was satisfied with the cold drink. Now that is the utility which I derived from that cold drink was worth ₹35. How could I measure it? Because I know the money worth or the money value of that bottle of cold drink is ₹35. So with the help of money you can easily measure the utility. Next is liquidity. Liquidity means that you have the assets and liabilities in the liquid form, that is you can easily convert it into money. So right, money is the most liquid. Liquid means you can easily convert it into your money you have. You can pay, you can get money, you can buy anything. So if you have more money at your home, less invested in your assets, that means you have more liquidity at your place. In business also, if you have lot of raw materials, assets, and you have less of money, means you have less of liquidity. You know, you have money, then means you can have anything at any given point of time. You can easily make the payment and get the commodity for you. So cash is the most liquid asset. Next is productivity. We know that productivity means output upon input. How much you are getting the output when you are putting a less. How much, if I am putting 15 kgs as the raw materials when I have to prepare some kind of sweets, how much output I am receiving? 25 kgs, 30 kgs, what? So that is productivity. The more output you receive from a lesser input, the higher is the productivity. But your output is less than what you have input, then the productivity is low. So you can easily see, wherever you find, you can measure the productivity, that how much money you have put and how much you are getting by putting that particular amount of money. If you are not deriving something from that particular amount of money, what you can do is easily withdraw money and you can put it in the activity which is more productive or which will give you higher or more returns. Last is basis of credit system. You are giving money to your debtors. You are providing credit to the people. Why? How you can do it? Only if you have money. If I have money today, if my friend wants to borrow it, he says that give me 500 rupees, that means I am extending a credit. How I can extend the credit? Only with the help of money. So what do you mean by credit system? It means that, suppose if you talk about the instrument bill of exchange. What do you mean by the bill of exchange? It is a letter or it is a written form where the person who wants the money is drawing up that bill of exchange and he is mentioning the date, time, amount, money, and the party who is supposed to pay, who was not paid at the time of sales and purchases, and who is supposed to pay on that later date to that person who is making the bill. That is known as bill of exchange. Now that the person on whom the bill of exchange is made accepts the bill and says, signs it and gives it back to the person who was made and says, yes, I will be giving you the money on this particular date and of that particular amount. So this is how that this could be possible, because yes, at a particular date that money is available to that with that particular person on whom the bill is made. So that becomes the basis of all the credit systems. Next is concept of good money. Now there were people in the earlier times, we had studied that there were the use of gold and the silver coins, and in those gold and silver coins they were issued by the king, that is the face value was equal to the currency value, the weight, and that coin had the seal of the king to make it more authentic and to verify that it is given by the king himself. And but there were certain limitations that were associated with the coins. You cannot carry the coins, it was difficult to store them, they were not acceptable everywhere. So with those limitations we came up with the paper coins. Now with the paper coins they have certain sayings which goes like bad money drives out good money. What are the assumptions of that law? Two kinds of gold coins. See, you had royals and sovereigns. Right? So that is face value is equal to the weight. If it is 2 rupee coin, then it will be 2 units, whatever units they take it, gram, kg, whatever, right? So that was the assumption of the law. Next you have sovereigns have been debased, that is gold in the coin is less than its face value. So here face value was greater than the weight. The weight was less and the face value was more. So these were the two kinds of coins, the royals and the sovereigns, where royals face value was equal to the weight and the sovereigns the face value was more than the weight, right? Let us explain the law of bad money drives out the good money, right? While making payment, one would keep debased royals, undebased royals, and exchange more of debased sovereigns so that one parts with less gold. The debased coins would thus remain in circulation and undebased coins would disappear. Alright, whenever people got hold of an undebased coin, they would hold on to it. Whenever they got a debased coin, they would pass to it. In other words, they would not spend coins that are precious and they may in the future be more valuable than their face value. So they spend coins that were made of cheaper metals and paper money. In the other, debased coins are good money and debased coins are bad money. Bad money is in circulation and good money is hoarded or people hold on to it. So bad money drives out the good money. However, both good and bad money are considered to be a good medium of exchange as they possess the same qualities. You know, even today we think if you have got some new note or new paper money, you said you'll keep it with you and you will spend the other note, which is, but probably something has to be taken into consideration. That one day will come when you have to spend that paper note also, and both the notes carry the same value. Alright, if you give a new note to the person who requires 10 rupees, he will not give you 1 rupee back. And if you give the tore note also, that will also carry the same value. So you had the debased and the undebased coins. So undebased coins were of a higher value than the debased coins. So people what they did, they withheld the circulation of the undebased coins, which was this, and this was the debased coins. So they held the circulation. They say in the future date the face value may increase. So now what they did, they were holding the coins and the bad money was in circulation. That is why they say that bad money is driving out the good money. It is chasing out the good money. Good money is saved with the people and only in the market there is bad money which is rotating and revolving. So that was one of the concept, that is a good money concept. Next is qualities of good money. Qualities of good money. First is general acceptability. That is, it must be generally acceptable as a medium of exchange. Good money means when it is generally acceptable. That is the good money. If you have any currency which is not acceptable, then that is not a good money. So if it is acceptable everywhere, it means a good money. Next is homogeneity. They should carry the equal value. Like you have the 1 rupee coin and you have the 1 rupee note. They should be equal, right? Whatever value they hold, that should be homogeneity. Only the form is different. The coins are different, they have the paper notes, but the value should be homogeneous, or they should be uniform. That is the quality of a good money. Next, portability. Portable means easily mobile. You can take money from one place to the another. You can use it, transfer the funds from one person to another, from one account to another. That is known as portability. So if your money is portable, that can be easily transferred from one person to another, from one place to another, from one party to another, from one account to another, then that is the quality of a good money. Then cognizability. You can easily distinguish the money actually. If you have, suppose you have to look for the coin, sometimes you don't understand. If you see the other side of the coin tails, you're not able to understand whether this is a 1 rupee coin or a 2 rupee coin. So it is always, if that is a quality of good money, that all the coins of different denomination means 1 rupee coin, 2 rupee coin, 5 rupee coin, 10 rupee coin, or the notes, they should have some cognizability, feature of cognizability, that they can be easily distinguishable, that they, by their shape, colors, or weight, whatever. Next quality of a good money is durability. It should be durable. That means it should have a feature of storage, that is, store a value. That should be one of the quality of good money. If you are able to keep the money, store the money which will have some value, then that is supposed to be a good money. Next is divisibility. See, it is earlier you used to have 50 paisa coins, and it should be easily divisible. Now you know 100 paisa equals to 1 rupee. So that is a quality of a good money, that money can be easily divisible for you to understand the denomination. It could be divided into the most smaller denomination. It could. Next is stability of value. Should be stable, but you know that is medium of purchasing power. You would only understand somebody's purchasing power with the help of money, right? So that has to have a value, so that would make you understand your purchasing power, right? If the money keeps on fluctuating, your purchasing power will never be able to determine. So the purchasing power of money should be stable, right? Next and last feature is attractive. So that is also important. You have some 5 rupee coin, you have 10 rupee coin, you have some gold element that is put, the copper element that's put on it. So that has made it more attractive. Next we will see the differentiations between, first is your barter system and the monetary system. You should know the meaning, that under this system goods are exchanged for goods, but under the system of monetary system, it is the goods are exchanged or services are exchanged for money. Then it is a direct exchange, that is an indirect exchange. This barter system is only confined to the local areas. But if you talk about the monetary system, that monetary system is not only in the local areas, but it is implemented or applicable worldwide. You have system requires double coincidence. What you are selling to the person, you should have the same, should give you the same product what you want from him. But there's no, the money system or the monetary system does not require double coincidence. Then what were the examples that we give? You had the cattle, you had the food grains, that was used in the barter system. And in the monetary system, what was used? You had metallic coins, paper currency coins, bank money, and the credit coins that were used as a medium of exchange. You have the common measure, you have the evolution, direct contact, you have scale of operation, and you have certain points you have of basis or of distinguish that we will do. Is, first you will write the meaning. meaning of both barter system and monetary system. Then you will have nature of exchange, right? What is the nature of exchange? There is a direct exchange and it is an indirect. Direct exchange means you're directly exchanging it for the goods. Then you have extent of trade, means that is only confined to local markets and that is worldwide, right? Then you have double coincidence of bonds. Then you have types of money. Paper, metallic, bank, credit, that is monetary system, and there you have the barter system. You have food grains, cattle and all that food shells, animal skins that were used. Then you had the common measure nahi tha, but you had common measure in that. Then you had evolution, you can write that was 7,000 years back, that is barter system, and monetary system was in 3200 BC. Then you have the direct contact, that is humans requires direct contact between the buyer and the seller, but it does not require direct contact between the buyer and the seller. Then you have the scale of operation, right? You have the scale of operation, and but only small scale transactions were possible, but under the monetary you can have large scale that are possible. Next you have the deferred payments, right? So these are the basis on which you can distinguish barter system from the monetary system. Other the differences you can also study of metallic money and the paper money, right? This is one kind you can study. You can have paper money and credit money, right? Paper money and bank money you can say, or you can also say credit money. Alright, this is one of the differentiations that could be studied. Alright, then other things that could be done under this chapter is convertible paper money and inconvertible paper money. Alright, we'll see how that is distinguished, that is convertible paper money and inconvertible paper money. It is that money which can be converted into, first we will study the meaning. That is, convertible is that it is that money which can be converted into standard money, right? But that is a fiat money that is sanctioned on the command of the government. See, convertible you can convert it into the standard money on demand with the permission of the government, but inconvertible paper money you cannot convert that paper money into standard money. We will see what is that. Backed by reserves. Next basis of distinction is backed by reserves. So this money is normally backed by gold or silver reserves. Backed means if you have some, like you can have gold or silver when you have this paper money. It's like a backup for that. Therefore, it can be converted into gold and silver. This money, but if you talk about inconvertible paper money, it is not backed by gold or silver reserves. Therefore, it cannot be converted into gold or silver, right? Last is current usage. Current usage. Nowadays convertible paper money is not in use, alright. That is backed up by the research. Basically convertible money is that is on demand or with the help of the permission of the government you can convert it into gold or silver. But if you talk about the inconvertible money, you cannot convert it into gold or silver, and it has neither, it is not in circulation anymore. So inconvertible paper money is in almost all the countries, but if you talk about the convertible, that is not found everywhere. So that is one important form of money that we have done today. It is the meaning of money. What do you mean by the term money? Then how money came into the picture? Money came into the picture only when there was a failure of the barter system. So we had done the limitations of the barter system. Then we had the different types of money. You have the commodity money, metallic money. Then metallic also you have full bodied or standard coins, and you had the token coins. Then you have the paper money. Paper money you have representative paper money, convertible paper money, inconvertible paper money. Then you have bank or the credit money, and you have the credit cards. Then you have the meaning and definitions we had done. Functions of money, which are very important. Functions of money, you have primary functions, secondary and contingent functions. Primary functions, you had medium of exchange and measure of value as a primary function. And secondary function, you have store of value, standard of deferred payments, and standard of transfer payment, that acts as the secondary functions. Then you have the contingent functions, that is estimation of national income, measure of utility, liquidity. You have basis of credit system and productivity. Then you have the concept of good money. You had a law which says bad money is driving out the good money. People are saving the good money and the bad money is in circulation. They want to save the good money so that their face value may increase in the near future, and they want to spend out the bad money. So that is how bad money is chasing out or driving out the good money from the market. You had certain assumptions, then you had qualities, and you had the certain differentiations or distinguish between. You had barter and monetary system, metallic and paper money and bank money, and you have convertible paper money and inconvertible paper money.